Hello, everyone. Deborah Poneman here, founder of Yes to Success Seminars, where we share knowledge and tools for you to live your ultimate life. So a couple of months ago, I had the honor of being the keynote speaker for the graduation ceremony of the Communiversity of South Africa. You could find out more about them at communiversitysa.org on the internet. But after I finished my speech, I got a text from a friend who had listened in since she's on the board of directors of Communiversity. And the text said, "You have to make that speech one of your Success Saturdays." So in obedience to my friend, and because I thought it was a good idea, here it is. And to give you context, this talk was given to a group of young people who live in some of the poorest communities in the townships of South Africa. These kids before Communiversity were involved in gangs and drugs. Oh, and the unemployment is over 50% in their community. Only a very tiny percentage of people make it out. And the Communiversity is a program that prepares them to improve their lives by helping them gain the skills to be accepted at a college. And it exists to give them the skills they need to not only get accepted, but also to be successful in a certain field. Anyway, here's the content of the short address I offered that morning. I think you'll like it. It's truly an honor for me to be addressing the Communiversity graduates, staff, facilitators, founders, and the proud family members and friends of these very special young people who've completed the Communiversity curriculum and today are being honored for their accomplishment. Graduates, when I first met all of you just 4 short months ago to give you my Yes to Success program, I knew you were a special group. I still remember the wise things you shared when you raised your hands during my Zoom class. I remember the insightful and inspiring answers you wrote in the chat when I asked you probing questions. And of course, I remember that you even laughed at my jokes and especially laughed at how I pronounced your names. But I could feel that you were really hearing me when I shared how vitally important it is to have clear goals, to have a vision of who you want to become and be in life, and how you should never let anyone tell you what you're not capable of doing. Never let anyone stomp on your dreams. In fact, if anyone tries to tell you what you'll never be able to do, use that as an inspiration to make sure you do it. And just so you know how much I loved your group, I took a screenshot when I was with you in June, and your beautiful faces are now the screensaver on my computer. So even though you're sitting in Cape Town, South Africa, and I'm 14,000 kilometers away in the city of Chicago, USA, I get to look at you every day. I'm so proud of you, but more importantly, I hope that you are proud of yourselves. Not many people your age and from your circumstances have the motivation and the willingness to take the steps to make a better life for themselves by getting an education, by pursuing a program like Communiversity. And not everyone who begins makes it through the program, but you stuck with it. You committed to yourself that you wouldn't give up. You did the work, and now you're ready to take the next step to creating a successful life for yourself. Most of you are going on to college, and I know some of you haven't heard yet from your college of choice, but as always, you still continue to cheer each other on and hold the intention that everyone will get their heart's desire or something even better. And you now have so many tools from Communiversity that you can take with you into college, including your twice daily transcendental meditation program, which creates the inner foundation for your outer success. Please continue to meditate. Meditation has been the true basis for my own success, and I know that it will be also for yours. And of course, you have your mastermind groups, which I hope you continue even after you go your separate ways. Your facilitator, Mr. Wilco, shared with me that you really enjoy your masterminds and that you love that during each session, you have a different group of people that you meet with, so you make new friends and form new relationships. And that he found that you had gone beyond simply sharing the wins you had during the previous week and your goals for the coming week in your mastermind, but you also started offering support and assistance to help fellow classmates in successfully reaching their goals so that they would have more wins. I'm not surprised because, again, you struck me as a group of people who are destined for success. And one of the greatest keys to becoming successful yourself is to help others become successful, to care about others, to uplift each other, to do acts of kindness. For as you sow, so shall you reap. Which brings me to something else that I will never forget about all of you. When I posed the question at the beginning of my class last June, who is it that inspires you? When I asked you to write in the chat who it is that you looked up to and wanted to be like and why, I thought I would see you writing names of renowned South Africans like Nelson Mandela or Desmond Tutu, or the great soccer player, Peter Shalulala, or the young South African climate activist, Munira Katangoli, or the musicians Burma Boy or Master KG, or at least Trevor Noah. But almost every one of you said the person you admired most and wanted to be like was your mother for her love and her caring, or your father who worked so hard to support the family, or your grandmother or grandfather who didn't think of themselves, but only about what they could do for others, or your uncle or your auntie who raised you, or your brother or your sister who have been like parents to you. I want to say to the families gathered here today, the love and support that you gave to these young people means the world to them and has not gone unnoticed or unappreciated. And I teach all over the world, and there are very few cultures where the young people put their moms and their dads and their grannies and their uncles as their heroes. You are doing something right. And back to you, students. As you go forth today, it's now up to you to be the hero of your own life and to use the example of those who have been an inspiration to you and to continue to make them proud. Because one thing I know for sure is that challenges will show up. Life will try to knock you down, but you need to make the decision to not give up, to not allow yourself to go to that place where you feel like a victim, but instead be a victor. And take into your heart the words of Nelson Mandela, who said, "Do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again." And again, don't let anyone stomp on your dreams. Don't let anyone else's opinion hold you back. And likewise, don't stomp on anybody else's dreams. Your encouraging words may be just what someone needs to hear to completely change the direction of his or her life. Do that for each other. And finally, when you have those moments of fear, again, turn to the words of Nelson Mandela, who said, quote, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but the one who conquers that fear." You've already shown how courageous you are. So now go out and create a great life for yourself. I absolutely know you can do it. I hold you in my heart, and I send you great love always from the other side of the world. And that was my talk. And hopefully hearing it today will be an inspiration to you. And I also send you great love from my heart to wherever you are on this planet.